Hello everyone, this is Dinkar sir taking your algebra class. Dear students, I'll be taking algebra mathematics paper 1. As you know, in algebra there are 6 chapters. In that we are doing chapter number 1, linear equations in 2 variables. Students, you know that you have done some of the things before during the lockdown period. You have learnt what are linear equations. Then you learned some of the methods to solve simultaneous linear equations. In that you did method by equating the coefficients, substitution method, and also graphical method. Now, today we are going to learn determinant method, that is Cramer's rule. But before we start Cramer's rule, I want to give you a brief introduction of determinant. The first question is, what is determinant? Dear students, a square array of numbers or variables enclosed by vertical lines. These are the vertical lines. In that these are the numbers in specific order is called a determinant. So this arrangement is called determinant, and this determinant has particular value. Here the numbers A, B, C, D, these are called the elements of determinant. Let's see here the horizontal arrangement of elements, this A, B, and here C, D. These horizontal arrangement of elements are called rows. So these are rows. How many rows are there? 2 rows. First row is called R1, you can denote it as R1, and second one as R2. So row number 1 and row number 2. Same way, the vertical arrangement of elements are called columns. So this and this, first vertical arrangement and second vertical arrangement, these are the columns. You can name as a first column C1 and this as C2, just whenever you want to give the place of the particular element. Now this will be in the first row and first column, so it can be said as A11 also, whereas second one represents here A11, first one represents number of row and second number of column. Same way A12, first row second column, A21 and A22. So just for namesake I'm telling you, you can say A11, A12, A21 and A22. First row, first column, first row, second column, second row, first column, and second row, second column. Now, you understood there are 2 rows and 2 columns. That's why the order of determinant is 2. When you say order of determinant is 2, that means number of rows is 2 and number of columns is 2 by 2. You see here inside the arrangement is actually matrix, you may not be knowing. and it's a square matrix. In other words, the determinant can be viewed as a function whose input is a square matrix and whose output is a number, this number, and this number is called value. Now, how to find out the value of a given determinant? The value of a given determinant can be found out by cross multiplication. So just it's very simple to find out. What you do, just cross multiply A into D and C into B, A into D and C into B. First row first column, second row second column, and the second row first column, and first row second column, that way AD CB. Your answer will be AD minus BC. So you can say the value AD minus BC is the value of given determinant. Let's have one example. 3, 2, 4, 1. There should be some gap between these numbers and two vertical lines, 2 vertical lines, 3, 2, 4, 5. Same way you cross multiply 3 into 5, then minus 4 into 2. So 3 into 5 minus 4 into 2, which will be equal to 3 into 5 means 15, minus is minus, 4 into 2 is 8, so 15 minus 8, which is 7. So the value of determinant, this given determinant, is 7. My dear student, here you saw that value of determinant is 7, which is positive. The value can be positive, it can be negative, it can be 0. So positive, negative and 0. It may be an integer, it may be a fraction, don't worry about that. Let's go for second question, second example. Here 8 minus 3, 0 and 0. As usual, cross multiply. So 8 into 0, so your fill in the blank is 8. 8 into 0 minus, this is 0, so 0 into minus 3, so minus 3. Put minus 3 in bracket to avoid any confusion. So 8 into 0, 0 into minus 3. 8 into 0 is 0, and 0 into minus 3 will be again 0. So 0 minus 0, your answer is 0. So your answer is 0. The value of determinant, given determinant, is 0. Let's go to next question. 5, 3, minus 7 and 0. Again, as usual, you are not required to put this sign in the exam. Don't put this cross mark. Just to understand, I'm drawing here, but you are not required to do in the exam. 5 into 0 and then minus 7 into 3. So you will be getting 5 into 0 is 0, whereas minus 7 into 3 is minus 21. Minus 21, put in bracket. Minus minus plus, your answer will be 21. You can say 0 plus 21, which is 21. Let's go for the next question. This is 2, so you'll be writing 2. Here minus 3, so minus 3. 2, again 2, and 1, so 1. Now 2 into minus 3 is minus 6, put in bracket. Then next 2 ones are 2. Minus 6 and minus 2 is minus 8. Your answer is minus 8. Now you see your answer was 0, 0, 21 which is positive, whereas minus 8 which is negative. So you can get the value of a determinant as a 0, positive or negative. So these three examples show that the value can be positive, negative or 0 also. Let's go to question number 5. 4, 3, 2, 7. Again the same way, cross multiplication type. 4 into 7, right here 4 into 7 minus, and then 2 into 3, 2 into 3. 4 into 7 is 28, 2 into 3 is 6, 28 minus 6 is 22, which is your answer. Sixth question, 5 minus 2 minus 3 minus 1. So you will write 5 into minus 1, see here 5 into minus 1, and this minus 3 into minus 2, minus 3 into minus 2, write in brackets, minus 3 one bracket, minus 2 because these are negative sign numbers. 5 into minus 1 is minus 5, minus 2 and minus 3, minus 3 into minus 2 is 6, plus 6. So minus 5 minus 6 is minus 11, which is your answer. Let's go to the seventh question. 3 minus 1, 1 and 4. So again cross multiply. 3 into 4 minus 1 into minus 1, 1 into minus 1, minus 1 in bracket. 3 into 4 is 12, minus sign, carry minus sign here. And 1 into minus 1 is minus 1. This minus sign and minus sign, minus minus plus. So 12 plus 1, which is 13, and this is your answer. So determinant is very simple. The problem comes when you get number in fractions. Now see here, 7 upon 3, 5 upon 3, 3 upon 2, 1 upon 2. Now how to solve this? Same way, write 7 upon 3 into 1 upon 2, this into this, and then minus 3 upon 2 into 5 upon 3. Now when you multiply, numerator into numerator, denominator into denominator. 7 1 ja 7 and 3 2 are 6 minus this 15, 3 5 are 15, and then 6. Now 6 is your LCM, common, same. So 7 minus 15, which will give you minus 8, because 7 is small and 15 is big. You are subtracting bigger number from smaller number and upon 6. Simplify further, you will get minus 4 upon 3, which is your answer. Let's go for the next question. Here same way, 5 upon 2 into 3 minus 4 upon 3 into minus 2. Now when you multiply 3 and 5 and 3, you get 15. So answer is 15 upon 2, because 3 is nothing but 3 upon 1, and minus 2 is nothing but minus 2 upon 1. So 2 will be multiplied by 1, this 1, and this one. This goes with this and this goes with this. Minus sign, again minus minus plus, so 8 upon 3. Now these 2, 3, they are different, cross multiplication type. 15 into 3 minus 8 into 2 and 2 into 3, which will give you 45 minus 16 upon 6, which when you simply subtract, you will get 29 upon 6. Now next question is 10th question. Same way, write 3 into minus 4 upon 3 minus 1 upon 3 into 5 upon 2. As I said, 3 is nothing but 3 upon 1. So when you multiply, you will get 4 and 3 together, means you will multiply these two. So you will get minus 12 upon 3, or directly you can cancel 3 with this 3. Your answer will be minus 4. Then this minus sign, 1 into 5 is 5 and 3 2 is 6. Now same way, this minus 4 into 6 minus 5 total upon 6, which will give you minus 24 minus 5 and this upon 6, and your answer will be minus 29 upon 6. So your value will be minus 29 upon 6, which is your answer. Now let's go to the next question. 11th question. Let's try this 11th question. Suppose you are given sin theta and cos theta, again here minus cos theta and here sin theta, and you have to solve this. Then again cross multiply your sin theta into sin theta minus cos theta into minus cos theta. Sin theta and sin theta gives you sin theta square, so sin square theta minus cos square theta, but this minus will be give you plus. So sin square theta plus cos square theta, which is 1. You may be knowing trigonometric identity. Now next question is one tan theta minus tan theta and 1. When you multiply, again 1 into 1 minus tan theta into minus tan theta. 1 into 1 is 1, this minus minus plus, and tan square theta. And you may be knowing 1 plus tan square theta is sec square theta. So this way you can solve all determinant problems and you can find out the values of given determinants. Determinants are mainly denoted by capital alphabets. Thank you.